Hey, third grade, ready for your art lesson with your friendly neighborhood art teacher? Your grade level this semester has been working on Exploring Neverland. Your writing questions have been: how do writers capture a reader's imagination? How can I create a solution to a problem that a library character might encounter? How can the lessons learned from fictional texts transform society? Today, your learning targets are: I can observe simple shapes in pictures to help me with my art. I can add details to my shapes to help create my art, and I can fill in the page and color in all of my artwork. Today, you are going to need pencil and eraser, lined paper or printing paper is fine, and a color supplies: crayons, color pencils, markers, whatever you need. And remember, we are going to be drawing big. Today, we are going to work on creating a pirate ship. Now, I'm going to put up some pictures of inspirational pirate ships that I looked at to get an idea. So, these are some that are in black and white. Here's some that are in color. If any of these helps you figure out what you want to draw, go for it. We're not going to be putting all of the little details that these have on here. In fact, if anything, we're going to use that one that's on the far right the most. But I wanted you to see some ways to draw a pirate ship. So this is my example of my pirate ship. You're going to get a chance to design your flag/sail. We're going to start by drawing a big crescent shape. And I do mean pretty big. You want it to go up kind of high. So this crescent shape is going to be the bottom of the boat. We're going to come back in and we're going to make top part of it flat because it's going to become the upper deck. We're going to have part of this come down, and then we're going to have this go straight over, and it's going to have one little curve up at the top. It's going to come up and over. Now we're going to make the bottom parts of the boat. I have this come down right about halfway through and over because this is going to be the captain's room. And then this can come down and we're going to erase that part of the ship and keep the square. We're going to go back through, and since this is now going to be underwater, we don't need all of that. And we're going to start with the railing. So this is going to become a square line that we're going to draw, and it's going to go next and back up and over, and I'm going to make that a little bit longer than that side. Now I'm going to come through and I'm going to erase some of these lines that you wouldn't see. I'm going to erase these lines over here. And we have created the top part of the deck, the railing. I'm going to add some extra parts, so I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to add one line over it and up again, and then I'm going to come down. Came down a little too soon. I'm going to go over and go down, and that's going to be part of the ship, like the stairs that come down. Now, if you've seen Peter Pan the movie, or the Disney movie, you know Captain Hook has a pretty big window back. The back of his ship. So I'm going to go ahead and draw like a window back there. You don't have to, it's up to you. We're also going to add some of the windows, the ports. So there's 1, 2, and 3. I did not, but if you would like to, you can draw an anchor off the side. And then I added some little lines to show the boards, since this is a wooden ship. Ta-da! We've already drawn a ship. That's pretty easy. Now we're going to add the waves in the back. Next, we're going to work on the mast, which is the big piece of wood that goes all the way up where the sail is on. We'll draw the crow's nest, which is this part at the top, and then we'll work on the big sail. So the next thing we're going to do is draw a pretty tall and thin line. Not skinny, it's not just one line, it is two, because there is something there. At the top, I'm going to draw just a rectangle. And then like the banner that we did for our maps on the Neverland, I'm going to draw one line down, one line out to the side, and then I'm going to kind of connect them to make it look like it's the little flag waving at the top, and put a little circle, like that's what the flag is connected to. Now, this is called a crow's nest. It's where someone would stand up there, once they climbed up there, and they would keep a lookout for land or other ships or things like that. So this starts off as a straight line, and then another line underneath it that's not as long, because it's going to go out like that. And then we can erase that middle line. And you can add little details to it. The last thing we're going to work on is the sail. I'll make that dark right there. First, we're going to start by drawing a very large but light rectangle. There's a reason I want you to draw it lightly, because you're going to end up erasing part of it. Once you've drawn the big light, we're going to take this corner, we're going to make that line curve from there down to there. Then we're going to do the same thing on this side, and we'll make that line darker and that line darker. But then we're going to get rid of that straight line that was there, of the part of the mast in the middle that you wouldn't see. And then, ta-da! Now it looks like the wind has caught the sail and is pushing it forward. So I said that we're drawing a pirate ship. If you don't want to make yours a pirate ship, you are more than welcome to make it something else. You can add your own design up here at the top. Pirates usually had the skull and crossbones, or a sword or something, to show that they were pirates. So if you are interested in drawing a skull, I start off with a big circle. Then I would draw part of a rectangle underneath and clean up that line a little bit. One big circle, two big circles for the eyes, well, eye holes. One kind of triangle circle for the nose. Then the teeth actually come down a little bit. And you can make these lines a little bit more. And then down. And erase part of that. And you have your basic skull. Now, you can add other things next to it. Sometimes they had the bones underneath. On my other one, I drew the sword. You can add an eye patch to them. There were some pirates who put the pirates' skull cap on them. You get to design what you want up there. Then when you get done, work on coloring it. Try and get everything colored, not just your flag and your pirate ship. Go for the whole thing. You want to make it look like they're out on the ocean. Remember to use 2 different blues. Otherwise it's going to look like your pirate or your ship is just floating in the middle of a giant blue sea. Well, not just sea, but... So your task today is to follow the steps to the video and draw a pirate ship. You will be coming up with your own pirate flag. You do not have to use pirate symbols. You can create your own. Color the whole page. If you have any questions, you can email me. Alright, 3rd grade. I'll see you next time.